In the meantime, let's get some reaction from Van Jones and Newt Gingrich, the two co-hosts of Crossfire, who are here with us as well. If you were still in the United States Congress, would you support this deal that Mitch McConnell and Harry Reid announced?
I have no idea.
You know what the outlines are.
Yeah, this is about as bad a way to govern as you can get.
Why?
Nobody has any idea what's in the deal. The legislative language hasn't been written. The whole thing was done in secret. The American people are totally cut out. And I just think I'm not.
So you want to see the fine print. You want to see the language.
Well, yeah, because the fine print's called law.
Basically, what we do know is that the government stays open at least till January 15th. The debt ceiling is raised at least through February 7th. House and Senate Budget Committee members, they try to work out some long-term budget-related issues by December 13th. And there's an income verification clause to Obamacare that's put in to make it difficult for people to commit fraud about their incomes. Those are the basic outlines of the deal. You like it?
I like what I know about it. This is a big deal. This wasn't just Obama on trial. This wasn't just the Tea Party on trial. This was the governability of the United States on trial. We went right up against the line. And you had people around the world actually asking the question whether or not our system could work. The heroes are not even being talked about. Amy Klobuchar, we're still talking about Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz went down to a humiliating defeat today as he deserved. Amy Klobuchar, a female Democratic senator who wasn't jumping in front of cameras, who was working her tush off behind the scenes, she should be talked about. The winners today are the people who actually were the adults in the room, who were behind the scenes, who tried to make sure that America did not become a deadbeat country. The governability of our system was on trial, and we passed the test today, and that's the most important thing.
You agree?
No, look, I think this is a very sad day for this country.
Sad day.
Sad day.
But let me just press you on this. A sad day because...
It's a sad day, first of all, because the president adopted a strategy of vilifying his opponents and refusing to negotiate, and he worked. He got what he wanted on his terms in a way that teaches us what he's going to do next, which is vilify his opponents and refuse to negotiate. It's a sad day because does any rational person really believe that this new super committee meeting until December 13th is going to accomplish what nobody has accomplished in the last 3 years? I mean, once again, we kick the can down the road. We don't fix Obamacare, which is becoming a fiasco around the country. We don't fix any of our major entitlements. We don't do anything about our debt. We don't do anything about transparency in public. We have two old-time leaders get together at the last minute, cut a secret deal, and all of us breathe a sigh of relief and say, oh, this is terrific. The ox is out of the ditch, but it's still an ox.
Go ahead, Val.
You know, I appreciate your passion. I see it differently. The way I look at it, this president did the right thing. The president said, listen, I cannot negotiate with a party that has been hijacked by its far right wing. I don't know who to negotiate with. This is not the right way to do business. If you had a neighborhood association and somebody had legitimate concerns, but the first thing they said was, I want my concerns met or I'm going to burn down the whole neighborhood, you can't even deal with their concerns until you deal with that behavior. This president stood up to the bullying. He said enough is enough. And I tell you what, I am proud of this president today. I am proud of Harry Reid today. I'm proud of McConnell today. I'm proud of Amy Klobuchar. I think Ted Cruz should be ashamed of himself. There's a much better way to get the legitimate concerns of American people met than this sort of stunt. And I'm glad it did not work. Here's the deal. Nobody wins today, but Ted Cruz loses today, and that's very, very important going forward.
This shows you the gap in this country.
Yep.
Every conservative I know thinks the bully is Barack Obama. He thinks the bully is Ted Cruz. Yeah. I just want to suggest to you, it is not healthy as a country to have this big a divide.
Fair enough.
And I predict this president will spend the next 2 months further vilifying Republicans and widening the gap even more.
Did you read the